Hello bros, I'm Michael Pacific Zero, Profile Production, and next part of Sakura, Alien 2, maybe even the final episode, because if we just head over to the main menu a bit and go into gallery, we can see that we do actually only have 3 left. So I do believe we're gonna do that because I got another Sakura lined up. So we do actually have the possibility to start off another story. And I also found out that actually Sakura Succubus actually coming yet again. I mean, I don't know how much stories they can actually fit in there, but they are coming another one. I do not believe it had come out just yet, but it is close. So let's continue. Sobbing openly now, Ina rests her head against Hiyori's bosom. I've not got the best vantage point. It's hard for me to see Ina's face, what with all her hair in the way, but I can tell from Ina's trembling shoulder that she must be crying. If her shivers weren't enough of a giveaway, as to Ina's mental state, then her sobs definitely are. I don't think I've ever seen Ina cry before, not in all the time I've known her. The Ina I've grown accustomed to is a bright, cheery girl who almost always seems to smile. She wasn't upset when she crash landed upon this planet, and she didn't weep at the prospect of never seeing her parents or her home again. She took all that in her stride with remarkable adroitness. I have never seen that word before. Maybe because she had no desire to return in the first place. She was fine throwing her old life away so she could remake it upon the earth. She wanted to build a new carefree existence in Tokyo alongside me and Hiyori. I didn't think you'd be leaving me. We were not known one another very long, but you're one of my best friends. I don't want to say goodbye to you. I suppose now that I think about it, it makes perfect sense Hiyori's planned the departure would injure Ina. So Hiyori is Ina's only friend on Earth other than myself. The three of us were the best of friends and something more. Both Hiyori and Ina confessed their feelings to me, and I reciprocated. Our three-way relationship might be unusual, some people may even consider it immoral, but I'm happy with the way things turned out. I think Ina and Hiyori are too. I liked splitting my attention between the two of them, and they didn't seem to have any qualms sharing me with one another. I loved both Ina and Hiyori, and I loved being with them. I almost feel like sobbing myself, but I refrain. Yours on span is only so broad. I don't think she would be able to embrace the both of us. I want to try and remain strong, though it feels like my own heart is breaking. It hurts, but saying goodbye always does. There, Ina. It'll be alright. He reassures Ina gently, as a preschool teacher might, all while running her fingers throughout Ina's long silky hair. I miss you too, you know. I miss you a lot. That was a difficult decision for me to come to, but I think it's the right one. I don't belong on this planet. I never have. Maybe when I go to Myra, I finally feel like I belong, and you never know. It's needn't be the end. We can still keep in contact. I'm sure Maya has technology that will let me communicate with you, though you might be on Earth. Maybe It does, but that won't be the same as seeing you in person. Maybe we can arrange a visit at some point. If I really am Maya's princess, there should be no reason why I can't. I should have a lot of power when I assume the throne. At least I hope I do. Yuri giggles. Now, that will make for quite a change of pace. Don't you have power as it is? Your surrogate parents are incredibly rich. You're already in Japan top 5%. I suppose that's true, but there's a difference between having wealthy parents and being royalty. Yeah, royalty, you don't really have any freedom, I would say. I mean, every people does pretty much expect things of you and your royalty. I mean, if I got to choose about being royalty or being poor, I think I would choose being poor before being royalty. I mean, I have no desire for having any power at all. I mean, sure, having power could be useful at some points, but not really my pace. I usually get by with the the bare minimum, and that's actually very much fun. I'm curious to see what being a princess is like. I don't have much experience, but I'm willing to give it a go. Then I should be able to better understand what you went through on Corvalina. This might even bring us closer together. Do you really think so? I'd like to believe so. Now please don't cry. I want you and Haru to see me off with a smile. Oh, both of you, and I hate to think that my decision is making you miserable. Can't you try to be happy? That might be somewhat difficult. Ina sniffs. It's hard being happy, Yuri, when you will be wretched from my life so suddenly. My everyday spent with you was so much fun. My life will feel dull and grey without you to liven it up. I always loved this planet, but I grew to love it even more after meeting you. Earth won't be the same without you. I do adore you, Hiyori. Ina swallows back, yet more tears which threaten to course down her flushed cheeks, then takes a step back. She holds her hands at the front and, forcing a smile, says, "But it's precisely because I adore you that I will not stand in your way. If you want to go to Maya, then I have no right to try and stop you. Many people act selfish when they fall in love, but I think this... God. Okay. I don't know if my friend I have actually come up, but it that person just started 3 games at the very same time. What the hell? I mean, it's 3 different games. And they fall in love, but I think that it's backwards love, or so I learned after reading many romance novels. Should be selfless and self-sacrificing. I want to be a good lover and a good friend, so I will let you leave. You can say goodbye here and now, though it really does hurt. I'm afraid I won't stop hurting for quite some time. Oh, Ina. But I can bear with it. Please don't worry about me. I hope you will be very happy, Hiyori. There's nothing I want more, not in all the world. After all, you are my very best friend." With our tearful farewells concluded and the sun well and truly set, Hiyori, Ina and I head up to the roof to meet with Alo. Before leaving the club room, Hiyori changes into a skin-tight bodysuit that isn't dissimilar from the one Ina was wearing when we first arrived on Earth. Alo gave the suit to Hiyori before we left her office, saying that she would need it for the journey back home. Maya might be Alo's home, wherever it is, but I still can't wrap my head around it being Hiyori's home. Hiyori has always, to me at least, appeared like an ordinary earthling. There's nothing about her dun brown eyes, nor her choppy brown hair, which would suggest she's anything other than a human woman. Hiyori doesn't have Ina's distinctive green tresses, nor her bright amber eyes. Hiyori is just Hiyori, kind of plain and homey, but pretty despite that. Seeing her dressed in the skin-tight bodysuit looks wrong somehow. I don't think it suits her, though it certainly complements the curves of her body. It's attractive enough, I suppose, but this isn't enough to lessen my mounting sense of unease. I've never seen Hiyori wear such an outlandish outfit. She doesn't look like herself, not anymore. She really does feel like a stranger. Soon Hiyori will disappear into the vast dark sky above our heads, and then she'll leave my life for good. She says it's what she wants, but is it really? Will this drastic move make Hiyori happy? I doubt very much that it make me happy. I don't want to cry, not now, but... So you finally arrived. Took you long enough. Do you know that it's rude to keep a woman waiting? Hello steps forward, clad similar to Hiyori in a black and purple suit, which leaves nothing to the imagination. Her lips are pursed at first when she sees us, but her expression softens into a smile when she catches sight of Hiyori. Oh well, look at you. I did not think much of you in your human attire, your highness, but you cut quite a fine figure indeed in your new suit. You look every bit the princess I now know you to be. It's an honor for me to escort you back to Maria. I promise you I will take good care of you. I will not let any harm come to you. Should we be pursued by a space bandit, I shall verily destroy them. You have my word. Space bandits? Yeah, that's the thing. He looks at a low uncertainty written across every contour of her face. She might have been confined back in the astronomy club room when she announced her intention to return to Myra, but now the appointed hour of her departure has arrived. She seems rather less sure of herself. I guess some last-minute doubts must be kicking in, and all talk of bandits can't have helped. Are there many of these bandits across the galaxy? They are not uncommon, riffraff that they are. Hello, Pulsarface. We, member of the Galactic Police Force, have been trying to clamp down on their activities over the years to little avail. They always seem to be able to escape capture somehow. It's the space. There is an unlimited amount of ways to go to avoid capture. I mean, when you're on Earth, you can either head back, forward, left, right, or anything in between that, but you can't head up or down. So, yeah, there is easier to escape capture in space. They often troll the stores, picking fights with merchants and the like with their illegal modified ships, but have no fear. I'm not the best flyer, but I am confident in my ability to outrun any bandits. I shall not let them harm a single hair upon your head, my princess. You are an exceedingly precious cargo indeed. I don't think you should call anyone cargo. Now, although it looks to the sky, as do I, it appears to be unoccupied, save for the scattered patchwork of stars. As the seconds pass, however, a shape begins to emerge from the darkness. I see a smooth chrome surface glinting beneath the moonlight, a smooth aerodynamic planes. This is the ship that will guide you. I had it parked here for several weeks on invisibility mode. It is quite convenient, don't you think? Of course, it might cause some issues with any humans to spy it now. But its advanced cloaking technology should render it impossible to capture through primitive human means. Nuclear bombs. It cannot be photographed, nor can it be filmed. Well, I do believe it can be blown up with a nuclear bomb. He was also very proud of their silly electronic gadgets, but they still have much to learn. In comparison with we Myrans, they are like children playing with toys or monkeys with sticks and stones. A low voice washes over me, but I'm hardly paying any attention. I'm too busy staring at her spaceship, or gawking to use a more technically accurate term. I've never seen anything like it before. It really is incredible. The ship does look like an airplane, but it's not a perfect circular UFO either. Well, the circular UFO is technically a pretty bad stereotype. I mean, flying saucers don't exist and never will exist. If I had to like this strange hovering vehicle to anything, I'd say it's a bit like a mech. It's not too large, but it's big enough to make quite the impact, floating as it is above the roof of the university. If an Area 51 conspiracy theorist were to get a snapshot of this as it hovers in the air, they have a field day. But if Waterloo says it's true, taking a photo of the ship would be impossible. I wonder how its masking technology works. Maybe it possesses some kind of electrical jammer which stops cameras and cell phones from working. I'm half a mind to take my own cell phone out of my pocket to double check this theory, but that would seem gosh. Now isn't the time to ponder the inner workings of a low spaceship. This could very well be the final time I ever see Hiyori. She steps onto the strange unfamiliar alien spaceship, built using blueprints my mind cannot fathom, and then she be whisked away to another planet. This really is the end. Are you ready, princess? I would like to return to Myra as quickly as possible. It is past time you return home. Oh yes, I'm ready. This is all very sudden, but... Hiyori draws in a deep breath, one hand to her chest, and says in a serious voice, I've been ready, I think ever since I was a little girl. I really do think this is for the best, but Haru? Ina? Hiyori turns her head, she looks at me, and Ina has a one smile upon her lips and says, Please don't forget about me. I promise that I will never forget about you. You are both very dear to me, and that never changes, no matter where I am or what I do. This isn't the end, so don't lose hope. I'm sure we will be reunited someday. Until that day, however, goodbye. Tears begin to beat in Hiyori's eyes, shimmering entirely beneath the starlight. It was a good knowing you. I'm really glad I met you. You made my time spent on this planet almost bearable, and I love both of you. I love you too. I never stop loving you, Hiyori. Same here. I'm not good at this happy stuff, but I've been thinking of you, Hiyori. I won't forget, so don't worry. I could never do that. Just have a safe flight, alright? Don't get hurt. And when you arrive at Myra, I want you to live a happy life. That's all I could ask for, really. Haru. More tears begins to well in Hiyori's eyes. When she blinks, they trickle down her cheeks just like raindrops against a window pane. It's very sweet of you to say those things to me, but it's unnecessary after all. Hiyori sniffed and smiled even more brightly than before, so much so she could put the stars themselves to shame. Knowing that you care for me is enough to make me happier than I ever been before in all my life. Here swallows back her tears, she pivots on her heel, her short hair fluttering behind her shoulders. Then squaring her shoulders, she announces to Hello, who still waiting. I'm ready. Are you sure? Quite sure. You don't have any regrets. Not a single one. I was able to say all I wanted, now there's nothing left to tie me to this planet. Oh, there are two big reasons. Let's go back home together. Mara is waiting for me. I can't wait to see it. Well, that was and so there's two pictures left. I suppose there is one where you choose choose Ina, and one when you choose Hiyori. So we do have two pictures to unlock. Of course, I never record that. Huh. There were not actually a lot of production names here. So that story was not very much then. Alright, so two gallery pictures left, but that was all I pretty much have for Sakura Alien 2. So next time after the end intro, I will be back on with Sakura Gym Girls. Yeah. And after I'm done with that, it's probably gonna be Sakura Succubus back again. If I am right, I can go in here and just check that. Yeah. They're gonna be Sakura Succubus 7 after Gym Girls. I don't know really what the Gym Girls is properly, but Sakura Succubus at least. It looks like it's gonna be some cafe type things. I mean, there are a Winged Cloud story that I actually have not done. That is named Would You Like to Run an Idol Cafe? But I don't really know. It doesn't feel like the stories I usually do, even though it is from the same producer. But that was all I have for Sakura Alien 2 this time then. So hit like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.